Hello, my wonderful people. Welcome back to the news. Atiku Abubakar have accused the President Tinubu of shielding, the former PDP governors from their ongoing corruption cases. He talked about Fayose, Samuel Ortom, Okeze Ipazo, but because they are, they have this relationship with Tinubu, and because of what they have done for Tinubu, Tinubu currently, as the president, is using his influence in shielding them from this corruption cases trial. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The former vice president and the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has stated that some of the former governors under the PDP who worked against him have ongoing corruption cases at the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), but they are being shielded because of their relationship with Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidency. And then Atiku noted that the so-called PDP G5 governors, they are now going around seeking appointment and protection from persecution from the Tinubu-led federal government. And then the PDP governors, led by the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, Okeze Ipazo of Abia, Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi of Enugu, Samuel Ortom of Benue, and Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. Now, we've got to know that the G5 governors, alongside their allies, including the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, had refused to be a part of the PDP presidential campaign due to the differences between them and the opposition party in the aftermath of the presidential primary. But then the former vice president, in a release through his special assistant on public communication, Mr. Frank Shaib, had described the administration of the former Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom as the worst in Nigeria's history, noting that his corruption case filed at the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) was mountainous. He maintained that the decisions of the 5 PDP governors not to support the 2023 presidential candidate, his 2023 presidential candidate bid, had nothing to do with patriotism. I beg your pardon. He disclosed that both Ortom and Okeze Ipazo would not be persecuted by the EFCC because of the G5 connection, adding that was the level they had turned the country into. So, my country people, the PDP have maintained their grounds that you see these 5 governors who are going around clamoring that they wanted a southern presidency. That's not the case here. The main issue is that their act had nothing to do with patriotism. Yes, in their little minds, they would feel that they have done something great. But it doesn't matter. As long as you betrayed your party, that is it. It doesn't speak for anything. It doesn't amount to anything. So even Fayose that openly declared he betrayed his party, it doesn't amount to anything. Now, Atiku was reacting to comments by the former Ekiti State Governor Fayose on why he did not support the PDP presidential candidate in the last election, and said the latter ought to have been bold to campaign for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the All Progressive Congress in the last election. Atiku noted that the former Ekiti governor was only running from pillar to post in order to get Tinubu to discontinue his 1.7 billion naira corruption case at the Federal High Court. The statement partly reads, now on September 20th, 2022, Fayose, while addressing his supporters in Ado-Ekiti, publicly stated that he would be supporting Waziri Atiku Abubakar despite Winke's protest. Yes, But then after Tinubu's dubious victory, Fayose quickly changed gears, stating that he was the one who single-handedly delivered Ekiti State to the APC, that this is a stock in trade. So you see, now this man who pretends has come out to the spotlight to tell who he really is. Now this is the deception of the man, aware of the fact that he cannot even get a ministerial appointment because of people like Kayode, Feyami, Dele Aleke, and Dayo Adeyiyi, who were josting for the Ekiti slot. But Fayose is currently running from pillar to post, trying to get an appointment for his son, while also trying to get the government to withdraw his corruption case from the court. The G5 governors are only seeking relevance, appointments, protection from persecution, and their decision not to support Atiku had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with patriotism. And Nigerians should not be deceived by their words of clamoring for a southern presidency. No, no. In fact, Autumn was the one of the worst governors in the history of Nigeria. You see his case file at the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). Is very bulky, oh, very bulky and very weighty. He was recently invited but released because of Nyesom Wike's intervention. Now Nyesom Wike had to step in and then he was released. But you see Ipazo, the former governor of Abia State, he also performed woefully in office. His successor has been complaining almost on a daily basis, but the EFCC will not persecute him because of the G5 connection. And this is what they have turned the country into. No wonder they believe Nigeria needs an average mad person. This is Atiku Abubakar referring to the statement made by Fayose, the confession he made on national TV when he said Nigeria needs an average mad person like Nyesom Wike. He was actually referring to Nyesom Wike as an average mad person. And I can tell that the PDP currently, they are furious with what is going on. But as it is now, their hands are tied. They can't do anything because these G5 governors seems to be very, very powerful now than even the party's limit. So at this point, the PDP cannot take any drastic moves or measures against the G5 because I'm sure they have issued warning that if the PDP should take any actions against them, then they would release all their secrets and they would deal with them very, very well. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Atiku Abubakar have alleged that Tinubu as the president is using his influence, to shield these G5 governors of their corruption cases. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.